Defending champs here in the postseason as we are set for the opening tip in this one. Iona, the 7th seed in the home whites. Canisius, the 10th seed in the road blues. As we get underway in this one, the officials, Michael Kitts, John Floyd, Adam Vandenberg. 7 versus 10, opening day of the MAAC tournament. And the Iona Gales get right to work with big man Tawan Agee, the hook, just falling short.
That's a good look there by Tawan Agee. He's very good with his back to the basket. Just a little short off the front iron.
Jordan Henderson controlling. He's played well against the Gales. It's taken away. Iona coming up with it now. Isaiah Washington looking to go right back to Agee as they want to get one of their key players involved. He'll bang down low. That jump hook is off the side of the backboard. And now Malik Johnson can direct traffic here for the Golden Griffins. Henderson, Jaco Fritz, and now Johnson. Opening minute of this one, first half play. Baseline pop is available. Just a little long on the attempt there for Henderson.
Yeah, that was a good look there by Brown. He just shot it a little bit too hard off the back iron.
Take a look at our Iona Gales starters: E.J. Crawford, Isaiah Washington, Tawan Agee, Isaiah Ross, and Dylan Von Eyck. Brought to you by Geico. Agee for 3. So he has come out firing, but is yet to connect.
Yeah, Agee's, unfortunately for the Gales, come out a little cold. He's very, very capable on the offensive end.
And now the Canisius starting 5, brought to you by Geico. Malik Johnson, Corey Brown, Jordan Henderson, Jaco Fritz, and Armin Harid. And in close, it's Corey Brown connecting for our first points.
Nice job there by Brown. Good piece of footwork. Nice drop step to get the first field goal of the game to go down.
Malik Johnson, Isaiah Washington out high. Here's Crawford, the leading scorer in the MAAC. Washington, big pump fake, step back triple. Agee will keep things alive. Crawford thought about it. Washington spinning, floating, hanging, and hitting.
Wow, that is a great play off the bounce by Washington. That quick first step to the goal, contorted his body, was able to get it to go.
The Minnesota transfer, he has been a big addition for Iona this year. Comes in averaging just under 11 points per game. Johnson, so pivotal to how well this Canisius team can play. Now Harid, one of the standout freshmen in the conference. And they'll work back to Johnson. Shot clock to 6. Malik Johnson dealing with contact. Fading well off the mark. Would have been a shot clock violation, but Von Eyck controls the rebound. Now Washington going coast to coast. Turned back by Fritz.
What a great block by the freshman Fritz.
Harid now into the front court, left wide open, and Canisius struggling from the field early.
Yeah, Harid had a good look there in the mid-range from about 16 feet, just too hard off the back iron.
He played so strong earlier in the year, getting a lot of buzz for potential MAAC Rookie of the Year. Crawford, the step back. So strong, the lefty knocks it down.
Yeah, that's his game. He created some space for himself, knocked it down from about 17 feet.
So a slow start here, but things picking up just a bit. Malik Johnson, the senior, almost never leaves the court for this Canisius team. Averages just under 40 minutes a game. Brown now looking to work against Agee. Soft hook, nothing there. And Washington will control, so we've seen Agee and Brown look to work against each other down low. Now Agee stepping out, and he is unable to get on track. 0 for 4 to start. Meanwhile, Malik Johnson on the other end, right to the hoop. We're tied at 4.
What a great play in transition by Malik Johnson. Really shows his speed in the open floor. He got it to go high off the window.
Canisius head coach Reggie Witherspoon in his 4th season looking on. Agee. Ross blocked. Harid stepping out for a big swat. Now here come the Golden Griffins. Harid to the hoop, taking contact, laying it in off the window, looking for the foul. No call, a 6-4 lead.
What a great play by Harid. Defensive play And then he took a lot of contact, Greg. Greg, you're absolutely right. That could have been an and one for Canisius.
He came down with the flex, looking for the foul call, not to be. Crawford just spinning out. Corey Brown is there.
Going to lead everyone into the front court. Trailing the play is Stewart. Hinkson's feeling it. Oh, I thought he was going to pull the trigger.
Thought that was a heat check. Stewart did a good job finding his fellow sophomore, but he thought second of it.
Paint touch for Williams. Warren Williams, the shoulder down, but an offensive foul.
And that's always a difficulty when you're a legit big like Warren Williams. And at the MAAC level, there aren't always bigs who can guard you, so that's going to happen most of the time.
Manhattan an 11-6 lead over Fairfield, knocked down 3 threes so far.
But Canisius pushing him early.
Playing very well early. Malik Johnson doing some good things in the open floor, and Harid is very, very talented on the offensive end.
Iona Gales 4 straight MAAC championship titles, and then on to the NCAA tournament. This year has not been as dominant, but they are here in the postseason, so they are as dangerous as ever. Nobody wants to deal with the Gales.
Hey, they're so talented offensively. I mean, E.J. Crawford is one of the best, if not the best in the league, creating his own shot. He's great in the mid-range, 18.8, but they have other guys that can score the ball too. A.G.'s very talented. So this is going to be a tough, tough game for Canisius.
5-second violation. Gales can't get it in. Canisius pressure forcing the turnover. That was good ball coverage and denial by Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, great job there. You hate to turn the basketball over on an out-of-bounds play, and that's exactly what the Gales did. But nice job there. One pass away in denial position were the Golden Griffs.
So Canisius ahead here 9-4 for Reggie Witherspoon in his 4th season. Veteran of upstate New York, longtime coach at Buffalo as well. And we'll get a stoppage here for a review. And Canisius out to the good start. And keep in mind, Steve, we haven't even seen the not-so-secret weapon, Majesty Brandon.
Oh, yeah, he is just tremendous off the bench. Just a scoring machine. Was their leading scorer, averaged over 14 points per game. And that's his role. He knows his role. When he comes in the game, he's looking to score the basketball.
Instant offense off the bench as the officials take a look. The first night of a full week of basketball here in Atlantic City with the MAAC tournament, and here's the play under review. As Johnson and Crawford got tangled up, and so reviewing the call there. That went against Johnson, the personal foul on Malik Johnson. And we saw it earlier today as well. And really throughout the season, officials do not hesitate to take a look and really examine the intent on fouls. Was there an effort to play the ball? Was there an effort just to make contact? And that goes in line with player safety, avoiding injuries, that sort of thing.
Oh, no question about it. And you have the technology, utilize the technology to make sure there was nothing there.
Canisius now to their bench. The aforementioned Majesty Brandon has come on, as has Jelani White. Malik Johnson, meanwhile, gives off right down low. Brown can't finish, but he's fouled from behind by Von Eyck.
Once again, that's Malik Johnson in the open floor. He is so quick to the goal, and he is a wonderful passer. The Golden Griffs and Brown going to the line to shoot 2.
Corey Brown, the senior, just rattling out a transfer from Northern Arizona. And you mentioned Malik Johnson. This is one of the guys that is still on this team from years gone by. A lot of new faces on this year's Canisius roster. Some key talent moving on as he goes 0 for 2 from the line. But White able to keep it alive. And now Brandon. Pull up not there. The tip not there as well, but a foul. And Canisius continues to attack on the offensive end. More free throws coming.
Oh, that's a nice job there initially by White, keeping the basketball alive. And then Brown got fouled on the tip in. He's going back to the line to shoot 2 for Canisius.
Brown missing both his last trip. Now 3 straight misses. This was the foul that sent Brown back. Great position.
Yeah, really nice position there. Brown has been very active on the glass as he misses all 4 of his free throws. Those are tough. Can't get those back.
Looking at what would be a 13-4 lead, not the case for Canisius. Gales just 2 for 10 from the field to start. Washington looking to change that. He does. Ring it up from downtown. Isaiah Washington.
Yeah, Washington has unlimited range. Just pulled up from a couple steps beyond the arc.
Canisius working to Brown again. Brandon. The kick out is there. Majesty Brandon is able to hit on the long 2, his first bucket of the night.
That is his game. He is a catch-and-shoot jump shooter with a very, very quick release.
And a short memory.
Yeah, absolutely.
He continues to let it fly regardless of what happened. Von Eyck, 10 on the timer. Dangerous pass as he put on the brakes. It's a takeaway for the Golden Griffins. Brandon directing traffic. AG now fronting the post opportunity. It leaves Johnson with the baseline floater and Von Eyck coming over to help.
Yeah, nice help defense there by Von Eyck. His hand was right on top of the basketball. It'll be Canisius basketball out of bounds under.
Coach has really raved about the impact Dylan Von Eyck has made over the second half of the season. Great look down low, and missing the bunny in close is Corey Brown. So he's had some great opportunities from the free throw line and under the basket, but can't hit.
Yeah, he really has. That's point-blank range. You have to put that away as Crawford with a nice spin dribble there. Acrobatic take going to the goal.
And that shows off a little bit of his arsenal. Brown to travel.
Yeah, he just did not establish his pivot foot. Just an easy call to make after that high-low entry. Turnover, Canisius.
So Corey Brown getting a bunch of opportunities, drawing fouls, and just can't get it to go down right now. Meanwhile, E.J. Crawford, that's a welcome sight for Iona.
Yeah, Crawford, this team, you just alluded to it, Greg. They started 2 for 10, but they're just so talented on the offensive end. They'll start to shoot the basketball better.
Ben Perez has come on off the bench for the Gales. Here's Crawford down low. Clean catch and draws a foul. Taking Jelani White inside, and now free throws coming for Crawford. And these are the little moves that Crawford can use to get on track. The drive, draw a foul, and then you might see some of the long-range stuff opening up.
And he can post as well. That was really a nice high-low entry. You saw the nice shot fake there by Crawford, taking the contact. He's going line to shoot 2 for the Gales.
E.J. Crawford, a senior. They'll be sorry to see him go from New Rochelle. All MAAC first-team selection. MAAC awards tomorrow morning here in Atlantic City when you find out who won the overall honors. First team, second team, third team, rookie team already been announced, and Crawford recognized, of course, among the favorites for Player of the Year as well.
Oh, no question about it. He's won 3 MAAC championships in a row. I mean, just amazing when you think about that. That's so rare. He's only one of 15 players in MAAC history with that honor. It's just so rare. That's the dominance of this Iona program over the years. They've really been spectacular.
Yeah, regardless of what's happened in the regular season, sometimes Iona just finds a way in the postseason. Brandon back to work, his second bucket. And Canisius pulling in front 13-11.
Iona must close him out. Talking about Majesty Brandon, they're just late right now. They need to get into his sternum and close him out. Great
cut by Washington. The hang time is there again for Isaiah Washington to lay it home.
Yeah, great play by Washington. Wonderful high-low entry by AG.
Great look. Hitchens spinning. A battle for it and a foul. Hitchin was closer to the basket and then faded away. A little short on the shot. They'll have another opportunity. But E.J. Crawford, one of the best in the conference, starting to get going. transfer from Minnesota, but a local kid out of Harlem, New York, went to St. Ray's and has 7 early points here in this opening round MAAC tournament matchup. Shot clock to 8. Johnson, his time. Henderson at the horn. Jordan Henderson hitting from deep.
Big time 3-ball there by Henderson, and a great assist. Malik Johnson set that play up.
And that's the patience of a veteran. The shot clock winding down, he wasn't rushed. Found Henderson right as time was expiring.
Yeah, he is so much experience by Malik Johnson. He really makes this team run.
Crawford pulling his way down low. And then he holds up the left to let everyone know where that shot originated.
That was just a great play with his back to the basket. He has really good footwork there in the mid-post, talking about Crawford.
Talk about two seniors, Johnson and Crawford, that are just comfortable in their own skin. They operate full of calm.
Yeah, and the true leaders of their respective teams.
Crawford now, full head of steam. Spinning, stripped. Johnson picking the pocket of Crawford. Golden Griffins break out. Brandon thought about that deep 3. Hitchin turned back by Crawford, but a foul.
Nice job there by Hitchens on the low block. Got fouled. He's going to line to shoot 2. On the other end of the floor, that's Johnson. He leads the MAAC in steals with his quick hands. Forced that turnover. Hitchin going to line to shoot 2 for Canisius.
That's just the first foul on Crawford. As Scott Hitchin, a junior from Canada, will head to the line. Knocks down the first. Shoots about 74% from the line on the year. And in this first half, it's still early, only about 10 minutes gone by, but Canisius has looked to make the extra pass.
Yeah, they have. They have to be patient. They don't want to get in an up and down game in transition with Iona. They want to be patient in the half court, let Malik Johnson make the correct decisions.
You make a great point. You get into a run-and-gun basketball game with Iona, and you might be on the wrong end of a triple-digit score.
There's no question about it, as Agee still is struggling. That tough luck for Agee. That was halfway down and popped out.
Now 0 for 5 from the field. Brandon keeps his dribble to the court, gets back up, and then can't hit from the baseline.
And just short-armed it a little bit. Shot that ball a little flat, did Brandon.
Washington right to the goal. Nothing there. Canisius again on the move. Johnson, Brandon. And a foul down low, as Jordan Henderson had set up shop under the basket, drawing the foul against the Gales.
Yeah, I think they got Ross. Yeah, it was Ross there. The Golden Griffs continue to do a nice job attacking the offensive glass there. Ross with the personal, will be Canisius basketball, out of bounds under.
Brandon will set things up now for Canisius. Hareed on the move. Runs into trouble. Difficult angle there with the one-handed shot from the baseline.
Yeah, he got caught kind of behind the backboard on that attempt.
And on the other end, we saw Washington. Now it's the other Isaiah, Ross, connecting from deep.
Yeah, Ross is very good in transition, too. They have so many weapons, do the Gales. In transition, you have to close them out, or they'll make you pay from distance.
Brandon to answer. Off the mark. He's gone cold here after hitting a couple early.
Yeah, he has. He'll keep shooting, though. He's very, very talented on the offensive end.
Now 2 for 6 is Majesty Brandon. Leading this team in scoring at just over 14 a game. Agee with 6 on the clock. Thinking twice about that shot as he struggled. Now getting low, stripped with 1 on the timer.
Nice job there by Hitchens. He played Agee very, very well when he was trying to go to the goal.
So Tawan Agee, he can hit that jumper, but you wonder, since he's gotten off of the cold start, thinking twice and now trying to get closer.
Yeah, he passed that one up. I don't think he can pass up that shot in the mid-range there. That's his game. He can knock down the shot from 15 to 17 feet all night.
And they won't get the shot off. Perez hits, but the shot clock sounding, and it did go quick. There wasn't even seemingly enough time for a catch and shoot.
Yeah, that was quick. That was really a nice shot there by Perez, but it was still in his hand. That was pretty clear. They may elect to take a second look.
Clock showing 1 full second. In that case, typically enough time for a catch and shoot. Let's take a second look at the Perez connect.
All right, he catches it there, squares. It's late. I think it's late. I think that's the proper call. I think it was just a tad late.
He did come down and
right.
Probably had to go all in one motion. Timeout is called here. A close one early on, tied at 18. Great.
Two-2-1 in the three-quarter court.
And conversely, Canisius struggling. They have not hit a field goal over the last 2 minutes and 54 seconds of their last 5. Under 8 to play, first half. Brown with the left. Not there.
Brown has had some good looks on the low block. He continues to struggle.
Washington, what a look to Agee, just a little low. Yeah. Golden Griffins pick the pocket.
Agee's mad at himself there. He should have caught that as a read again with a 3-ball. He is talented on the offensive end.
And that ends a drought of more than 2 minutes without a basket or a point for the Golden Griffins as Harid has another triple. 21-18, Canisius in front. Ross has time. Just rattles out. That one looked to be good.
Yeah, it was halfway down, popped out. Tough luck there for Ross.
Difficult pass. Trying to get Brown involved down low. A collision between Brandon and Perez, and it looks to be last touch off Ben Perez. And he's a bit bummed out here to start. He had that shot he made taken back after the shot clock violation. Now he feels like it should be off of Canisius.
Malik Johnson back in. He does not get much rest. He is an Iron Man for the Golden Griffs.
Right back and off the mark, but you're spot on. It is rare to ever see him out even for a minute.
Yeah, it really is. He's one of the tops in minutes played, and they need him on the floor. He's their floor general, making the decisions, in the half court, also in transition. He's had a great career for Canisius.
Iona likes to play a lot of the same guys as well. 4 of their 5 starters have yet to leave the court so far tonight.
Yeah, they do, and they play a lot of minutes as well, and they played well together, and Agee needs to get going, as he does right there with a serious flush, taking it down the lane.
And that's how you get on the board, when you've struggled to make some field goals.
That's how you get on the board. Just have an emphatic flush. Let's see if that gets Agee going.
1-point game on the Agee slam. 21-20 Canisius. Brown to answer. Finally gets one to trickle in as he struggled to connect from the field and the free throw line, but his second basket's good to go.
Nice job there by Brown. Good dive to the goal. Finally gets one to go down.
Washington trying to flip that behind his head. He'll draw a foul on his way to the basket.
Yeah, good take there by Washington. That was a really good athletic take. Malik Johnson didn't like the call, but I thought there was enough contact there. I thought that was the proper call. Washington is going line to shoot 2 for the Gales.
Isaiah Washington, 76% from the line. Now 8 points. He and Crawford leading the way in this one for Iona. Jakob Fritz will return for Canisius. Jelani White, a quiet start for White. He'll sit down.
Fritz really had a nice season for Canisius. He was injured for a span of time, but he is a really good-looking freshman. He ended up making the all-rookie team this season.
He missed 3 games with what they called an upper body injury, but then back, and one of those newcomers for Coach Reggie Witherspoon that immediately found a role on this team. Hareed from deep, well off.
That might be a little out of his range. That was about 5 feet beyond. That's about 26 feet. Shot it to over the basket.
Even Steph Curry thought he should move in. Crawford now answering.
Yeah, that's his game. He can create space for himself and really get his shot off whenever he wants. Big time shot there from Crawford.
Brown on the other end, answering consecutive buckets now for Corey Brown.
Brown has had plenty of opportunities for Canisius. Wow, what a nice dunk there by Perez. Athletic, take to the goal with a 2-hand flush.
Gales bench loving that. Ben Perez doesn't get the chance to throw it down all that often, getting inside for the slam. 27-25 Gales, under 5 to play first half. Good look to Fritz, trying to go around AG, and a foul is called. AG disagrees.
Boy, Malik Johnson just threading the needle on that pass, that bounce pass. That was a great find by Malik Johnson. Take a look at it again here with Johnson. Just, again, that's a perfect pass to Fritz, who took the contact. He's going line to shoot 2 for Canisius.
And you understand AG's frustration as he seemed, at least on that replay, to get out of the way of Fritz as he was going towards the basket. These are quick calls, though. It's tough in the moment.
It is.
As an official to make that call where there's bodies, you're getting screened out.
Yeah, no question about it. There wasn't a lot there on that foul. I can see why Iona and AG didn't like it.
Fritz hitting the first. Adds the second, all tied again, this time at 27.
Boy, Fritz, you see his stroke at 6'10", just a freshman. He's got a lot of tools on the offensive end.
Tawan AG takes a seat after picking up his second foul. Outside of that slam, it's been a frustrating start for Tawan AG, the senior. Perez looking to get Crawford in the mix. Shot clock to 4. Crawford fading.
A good defensive sequence there in the half court by Canisius. Pretty good closeout there on Crawford.
Brandon changing gears. Floater not there. The follow is Jelani White, counted and the foul.
Nice job by Jelani White on the weak side and anticipating that miss. Take a second look here. See White again on the weak side. Yeah, there was some contact there by Crawford. White has a possible conventional three-point play.
Does just that, and the second foul on Crawford. So 2 on Crawford and 2 on AG here for the Gales. 30-27, Canisius back in front. Brandon, step for step with Washington, a little too close. And a foul is called. Tawan AG, the senior, in his final MAAC tournament. Hard to the bucket. Iona working their way back in, trailing Canisius 30-27.
So this is how it works. 30 seconds. We've been doing it all day. 6 games total.
gotta get us some water, man. Halftime.
Seriously. Yeah, I'm good with that. Hey, do you have any water back there? Awesome. E.J. Crawford, a favorite for Player of the Year in the conference, getting it going now. 11 points. He leads all scorers. Hyped. Here's a look at his career stats. He's a guy that, Steve, is a flat-out scorer.
Oh, he can get his shot off whenever he wants, but he can beat you in so many different ways. That's why he's great. I mean, he can knock down threes, but he's great off the bounce. He can put it on the deck, go around people, and he can post up, score with his back to the basket. I mean, he's the entire package offensively.
Lindy's Conference Preseason Player of the Year on the Lou Henson Award watch list earlier this season. All the accolades you might expect for one of the best players in the conference. Dangerous pass by Washington on the run. And Perez couldn't get there in time.
Just couldn't get together there, Washington and Perez. Kind of an unforced turnover there by the Gales.
Nikša Nikolic has come on, the senior from Serbia. Provides some minutes down low. Brandon, quick first step and draws a foul as he gets into the lane.
That's what one of his best parts of his game. Talking about Majesty Brandon, that quick first step to the goal. He is at the basket very, very quickly. Here it is again on the replay. Really nice crossover there by Majesty Brandon. Took a lot of contact. Going line to shoot two.
And it's this free throw routine that went viral earlier in the year with the around the back dribble into the free throw release. And there it is. Coach Witherspoon talking about it earlier in the year, and as he goes 0 for 2, hey, if it's working for him, we have essentially bigger fish to fry.
Right, if it works, it works. But boy, the Canisius struggling from the foul line. Two more big misses there. Brown missed 4 in a row earlier in this half.
Golden Griffins now 5 for 11 from the free throw line. Gales 4 of 4. Bad pass. White takes it away.
Nice job there by White. One pass away, he was in denial position.
Brandon can't respond with the triple, but the Golden Griffins will maintain possession on the offensive rebound. And now Henderson, offensive foul as Brown goes over the top to try and keep that one alive.
And they got Jelani White on that one over the back there. They were both in the area, though Brown was in the area as well. White doesn't like the call, the Iona basketball.
Second foul on Jelani White. And it's back to the Gales. 3-point game, under 3 to play. First half action. Washington around Brandon and floats it home.
That's his game. He just doesn't need much space to get to the rack. Really, really quick move there by Washington.
Two New York City kids going one-on-one. Washington from Harlem, Brandon from the Bronx. Under 2.5 left now. Floater there off the back rim, not working for Malik Johnson.
That was a good look, right on line. Just shot it a little bit too hard off the back iron.
difficult pass that somehow gets through to Ross on the dish from AG. No bucket, but a foul.
AG is really a great passer. He's got excellent vision. That was a tough pass. Here it is again on the replay. You see AG with his vision. That's a perfect pass. There's not a lot of area there to get that pass through. Ross is going to line for the Gales.
Ross good on the first. Armand Harid back on for Canisius. Perez and Nikolic returning for Iona. So a rare moment here where Crawford and AG will sit down for the Gales, as Coach Trey Arnold trying to steal a few minutes here before halftime. Ross puts the Gales in front 31-30. Henderson. Good help from the Gales. A double team. Van Eyck and Nikolic coming over.
So really a nice job there by Van Eyck coming over. They're in zone here. It's a nice pull up there, but yeah, he just lost it. That was the proper call. Turnover there, Canisius.
Just lost control of the basketball. Washington now. He's wide right on the three.
Washington can get that shot anytime. That was a bit of a settle by Washington. And like him when he's going off the bounce and just creating constant pressure on the defense.
And that was likely the message that Coach Arnold just giving to Washington. They, of course, love his three-point shooting ability, but in better circumstances. Canisius again falling into a scoring drought. Nothing in the last 2:36. Shot clock to 5. Johnson to Brown, who dives to the rim and gets the roll.
What a great play by Malik Johnson. He knew the shot clock was winding down. Good job by Brown diving to the goal.
Corey Brown, he's been active around the basket. Now 8 points.
Oh, he has, and he's missed some easy opportunities too, along with 4 free throws, but he has been really, really aggressive offensively.
Washington held up by Harid. First on Armand Harid. And both teams now in the bonus. A 1-and-1 coming for Isaiah Washington.
Nice play there by Washington. Again, he can get his shot off whenever he wants to. Did a nice job creating some space for himself there. Shooting 1-on-1 for the Gales.
Back and forth first half. Neither side has really pulled ahead or taken control of this game, even up here at 32.
Yeah, it has been back and forth. You know, Iona started off really cold, just 2 for 10. But you see, they're so talented on the offensive end. They can go on these runs. We have a timeout on the floor here with 48.9 remaining in the first half. In the MAAC, Greg, I mean, just so many upsets. Top team can beat the 10th or 11th, lose to the 10th or 11th seed, but that's what made it fun this year in the MAAC.
This Iona team, for example, they lose at Manhattan 72-49, a blowout,
yes,
and then go on to win 6 of 7 and surge up the MAAC standings.
Yeah, like I said, it was just a crazy regular season in conference play.
Shot clock to 7. Losing controls. Henderson ends up passing it to himself. Traveling violation.
Yeah, kind of unforced there. Kind of unforced turnover there by Henderson. He just lost control of it. Ended up traveling. Iona basketball, they can hold for 1 now if they want. 23.7 remaining in the first half.
Final moments of this first half. Isaiah Washington in no hurry. Shot clock turned off. Under 10 seconds now. AG thinking about it. And hits.
Nice free ball there by AG with the clock winding down. The Gales have some momentum now heading into halftime, up 36-32.
Tawan Agee struggling from the field. His lone field goal, a slam, and then he is able to knock down the triple. An emotional leader for this Iona Gales team, and thought about it for a bit, and that was the right idea. He's hyped. I thought both teams also settled in. Yes, Iona struggled early on from the field, but some teams get into the postseason, there's some nerves, some jitters. They both seem to kind of get into what they wanted to do fairly early on.
No, they did. And again, starting 2 for 10, Iona ended up shooting 48% in the first half. So just shows just how talented they are on the offensive end.
That's quite a turnaround as Harid is off the mark from deep. He's now 2 for 4 from the outside. Crawford has room. Von Eyck trying to keep it alive, comes right to Agee. He is turned back.
Wow, what a great block by the freshman there, Agee. Fritz, that was a send back there by the freshman. Great play.
And then down low, answering Corey Brown inside. It's a 2-point game.
Yeah, that's really a 4-point swing there. Brown got that one to go down, but really nice interior defense there on that last possession by Canisius.
Agee thinking he's going to have the easy put away as the ball bounced right to him. Shot clock to 6. Here's Agee. Bodying down low, powering up strong, and then gives the flex afterwards. He was turned back previously, not to be denied this time.
That's a great play by Agee. Very, very patient with his back to the basket there. Got it to go down with his left hand high off the backboard.
Good backdoor cut. A bobble. Shot clock to 8. Harid right down the lane. Had to work around Crawford to avoid the charge.
Yeah, Harid's not very unhappy with himself there. He had it. He did have to contort his body a little bit, but Canisius retains possession. It was out on the Gales.
Shot clock goes back to 20. Brown, good look. Fritz camping out down low, putting it in.
That's a great pass by Brown in traffic there. Fritz got it to go inside.
Cutting it back to 2 again, 38-36. Agee had the 3 to end the first half. Tries another and hits another.
Just a great play by Agee. Just sized up Brown there, set his feet, squared his shoulders, buried it from distance.
And it will be trouble for Canisius if Tawan Agee starts to get going. Brown, a strong box out, able to hold position on the weak side and draw a foul on Dylan Von Eyck.
Great job there by Brown on the weak side, anticipating that miss.
Jordan Henderson quiet so far in this one, averaging 19 points per game in 2 games against Iona this year. They've certainly seen the film on him. Fritz around Agee. Shot clock to 2. Harid at the buzzer. Good to go for Armand Harid.
Big time in the mid-range there with the shot clock winding down. That was a really nice assist by the freshman Fritz. He can put it on the deck at 6'10". That was impressive.
Agee bumped as Ross looks to turn the corner. Tawan Agee drawing the foul, and a tale of 2 moments. Agee, not sure how much that was Fritz and how much it was the rim, but either way, he's turned away, and then he answers with the 3 ball.
Yeah, I don't think there was, on second look there, he kind of pinned that one on the front of the rim, but Agee makes a a big three ball. You mentioned, Greg, boy, if he gets going from distance, boy, that's just another terrific option for Iona.
Because you look at the stats now, and this is shaping up to be a classic Iona game in that you have 3 guys already in double figures. Washington with 13, Crawford with 11, now AG with 10. Ross not far behind with 5.
Again, they're just so balanced. They can beat you in so many different ways, the Gales, on the offensive end.
AG with 3 on the clock. Difficult angle on the fade.
Good defensive sequence there, excuse me, Greg, by the Golden Griffs.
Johnson right to work, right off the window.
That's a great play by Malik Johnson in transition, getting it to go down.
And he hasn't looked for his shot all that often in this one. Crawford, he'll look for his jumper. That's long and out of play. 41-40. Iona leading over Canisius. Golden Griffins working their way back. And we'll take a look at our Hercules Tires strong move of the game. Their own dramatic run last year, losing to Iona. It's all connected.
It is, and hey, Monmouth this year, I love their guards. They could be the team to beat. This is going to be a fun week, Greg.
Deion Hammond, Ray Salnav getting ready for Quinnipiac. Malik Johnson to the bucket. That's back rim and away.
Johnson usually puts that away when he takes it to the rim.
AG. Crawford has the size advantage, but Majesty Brandon pesters him into the turnover.
Nice job there by Brandon. Great interior defense.
Fritz has time for 3 and cannot connect. That's not his game necessarily, Jaco Fritz. Just a handful of 3s on the year.
Right, I think Iona is fine with having Fritz shoot that from beyond the arc.
Canisius looking for a call as Crawford was able to step through on that dribble drive. Now takes it on the backdoor catch.
Boy, that is just a great high-low entry. Once again, AG is just a terrific passer. That was a difficult catch there by Crawford. Got the reverse to go down inside.
You can tell just 2 guys that have been working together for a long time with that entry pass.
Yeah, they know where each other's going to be on the court. There's no question about it.
3-point lead for the Gales. Brandon to tie. That's good. Boy, Majesty Brandon hitting.
Oh, geez, he's a catch-and-shoot jump. He gets it off so quickly. Iona must get into his sternum, make him put the ball on the floor.
He is a fantastic story out of the Bronx. Never played high school basketball, didn't have the opportunity to play for a high school program. Enrolls at Monroe Community College and tears it up.
Yeah, that is a rarity, not playing high school basketball, and he was a scoring phenom at the junior college level. Canisius turns the basketball over. Henderson with the travel.
Just a little shuffle of the feet for Jordan Henderson here. This has been fairly turnover-free basketball by and large. Just 5 turnovers for Canisius, 8 for Iona.
Yeah, both teams have really valued the basketball. They've made good decisions and really done a nice job taking care of it.
Washington on his way to the hoop. Floater. Got it. 2-point lead for the Gales.
That is a great play by Washington. Going away from the basket. Got it to go from about 10 feet.
We told you when we started this half, watch out for the first 4 or 5 minutes. It might tell a story. We're still right where we left you. It's a 1-possession ball game and a foul on Brown trying to corral the Brandon miss.
They have Brown there. Boy, that was a tough call. Both of them were tied up. That could have been a play on.
2 big guys in the MAAC battling, Brown and AG, and Brown in disbelief at that call. Officials are discussing it. They appear to be headed to the monitor, and they will review that last play.
Yeah, they're going to go take a second look.
45-43. We told you about Canisius last year for Iona. A season ago, Well, they did what they've done for the last 4 years. They go to the postseason. They reach the NCAAs. They defeat Monmouth in the conference championship last year up in Albany, and then find their way into the NCAA tournament. That's been the challenge now to not just make the tourney, but then make that surge into the NCAA tournament. That's the goal of all these programs. Yes, you want to be there, but then when you get there, there's dreams of the Sweet 16, of making a run.
Oh, no question about it. And, you know, when you get to the NCAA tournament, Greg, it's all about matchups. You know, if you have a matchup that you think that you can exploit some things, and Iona, you know, they were always a tough matchup because they're just so great on the offensive end. I mean, they just stay in games because, you know, they're just so talented.
Officials double check, just a common foul is the call. So confirming that. The Scales team, they lost to North Carolina 88-73 in the NCAA championship. And at the 7th seed now, looking to make a run to Saturday. MAAC championship tournament moving a week later this year with the move down to Atlantic City. So the final with a lot of the big boys on Saturday with Selection Sunday ahead. And a whistle. Brandon getting into Isaiah Ross's personal space.
Yeah, just too much of a hand check there on Brandon. Easy call to make. It'll be Iona basketball side out.
AG has time to operate one-on-one. Beautiful spin, reverse, and can't get it to go. Everything but the finish.
Yeah, couldn't get it to go down. That was a nice piece of footwork. Just shot it a little bit too hard.
Harid bumped down by AG.
Yeah, AG didn't like the call. He's read his lips there, thought it was a flop, but there was some contact there. Here it is again on the replay. Johnson looking to go in transition, and there was a touch there. Wasn't a whole lot there, but a bit of a touch foul there on AG.
And your lip reading skills, perfect. He said that was a flop. It is instead his 3rd foul. Nearing the 12.5-minute mark in this second half. Timer to 6 for Johnson and company. Johnson on the move, out of time. Fritz at the horn. A fight for it. Johnson battling in close. And Washington comes away with it. Crawford, full head of steam, just bowls over Jaco Fritz in an easy charge call.
Nice job there by Fritz, moving his feet laterally there, taking that charge. Here it is again on the replay. Crawford thought he was going to be able to take the freshman, but you can move as long as you're in good defensive position. I thought that was the proper call. That was a nice charge taken by the freshman, Fritz.
Did a nice job, to your point, getting in front of Crawford, who is so adept, the left-hand dribbler, turning in that corner. He just never got to the corner to get towards the basket.
He didn't. Fritz just didn't allow him to, and usually Crawford's able to do that. That was really, again, a good defensive sequence there by Fritz.
Iona in front by 2. It has been close throughout. Hitchin has returned. Dealing with a double team right to the basket. He is stuffed from behind.
That's a great block. Looked like Crawford with his hand right on top of the basketball.
Gales looking to go up 2 possessions now. A seesaw battle throughout. Ross, step back triple. An air ball. Von Eyck trying to throw it out of bounds off of the Golden Griffins. Instead, leads the fast break. Johnson out to Brandon all day. Can't knock it down from 3. That would have given the Golden Griffins the lead.
That was a good look by Brandon from distance.
Washington can't answer. Crawford battling in close. Takes a little contact. Puts it home. He has 15.
That's just a great play on the weak side. That offensive rebound there by E.J. Crawford and put back.
Fritz A read now. Golden Griffins have gone a bit cold as of late. Now 0 for their last 6 from the floor. Into a drought spanning more than 3.5 minutes. They trail the Gales by 4. Field goal tries. Canisius 10 more opportunities from the field than Iona. And free throws is where the Gales have been able to keep pace. 8 for 8 now from the stripe. Crawford, hard drive, and draws a foul.
Just a physical take to the goal by Crawford. He is just so athletic off the bounce and really used his athleticism there to draw that contact. Going line to shoot 2. Here it is again on the replay. Again, that's just a quick first step. That's a great move to the goal there by Crawford.
He's the type of guy in this conference that is a problem every night because he shows you the ability to hit from the outside and then is adept at driving. So what do you do with him?
Yeah, it's tough because if you get him space, he's going to shoot it. And if you get up into his sternum, he's got that quick first step. He's going to go around you. But he doesn't get enough credit for his post-up ability. He can post on the low block. He can post in the mid-post. He's just very, very difficult to guard.
Good there from the free throw line. And now extending this Iona lead out to 6 as the Canisius scoring drought north of 4 minutes. Looking for a spark, whether it's Brandon or Johnson, or in this case, Corey Brown on the turn.
Nice job there by Brown. Canisius really needed that field goal to go down to remain in touch. Hey, it's just a 4-point game with 9:48 remaining.
Golden Griffins keeping pace. Washington called for steps. Tried to work his way around Malik Johnson, who was with him step for step, and the travel.
Yeah, Washington wanted the foul call there, but traveled with the basketball, turned it over.
Golden Griffins have been working on the comeback for a while now. They have drawn even. Brown missing, second effort, right back to work. 2 straight from Corey Brown.
Great play by Brown. What a outstanding shot fake. Then got it to go high off the window with his left hand.
And Corey Brown, despite his struggles early now, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists.
He's been great on both ends of the floor.
Senior transfer from Northern Arizona. Good dish. Right back to Von Eyck, and he is fouled with the shot clock down to 8 as he worked towards the bucket.
Good two-man game there. Ross to Van Eyck. Nice cut to the goal there by Van Eyck. Here it is again on the replay, and that's a really nice pass by Ross. You see the contact there. Again, Van Eyck shooting 2 for the Gales.
Van Eyck, the junior from the Netherlands, now to the line, and missing on the first. Asante Gist, the junior from East Orange, New Jersey, an important part of this Iona lineup. He's been out for the last 12 games now, 13 with an injury, a foot injury suffered at Monmouth. And so this has opened up the opportunity for others. And even though he plays a different position, there's a trickle-down effect, and Van Eyck filling more time. Yeah,
no question about it as Van Eyck goes 1 for 2. But just that was a big loss. I mean, Asante he just had unlimited range from 3 and could really get hot. So that's a big loss for Iona.
Johnson bumped on the way through by Ross. Told you about Asante Gist out of St. Anthony, the Jersey powerhouse in the high school ranks, and then went off to Eastern Kentucky, and now here with the Gales. Just a junior, so looking forward to having him back next year. But you think about how deep this Iona team is right now, and they're missing that guy. It's impressive what they've been able to do.
Oh, no question about it. We talked about it earlier, how hot they got midway through the season as Canisius turns the basketball over.
Washington to the hoop, skying off the window. Isaiah Washington put it high, and it dropped home.
Boy, that was impressive in transition by Washington. I mean, he shot at the top of the backboard, got it to go down. Here it is again on the replay, and over the outstretched arm of White there. That was really, really nice.
Wave off the basket, a foul on the floor. And that's the fourth foul on Tawana H.E. He was giving the sign to Trey Arnold as if to say, do not take me out, I'm fine out here, but the coach will overrule that suggestion and Crawford will return.
Yeah, with 8:19 remaining with 4 fouls, you have to come out of the game. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that.
Yeah, that's a bit too long to roll the dice. Hareed. White, the follow, brought the ball down. He was stripped. A tie-up. It comes around to Johnson. He has time. Loaded up and hit it. The senior buries it from deep. It's a 2-point game on the Malik Johnson Connect.
Big-time 3-ball there by Malik Johnson. But Canisius kept that possession alive, and the Golden Griffins take full advantage with the big 3-ball.
We're under 8 to go now. Crawford inside. Can't hit in close, and then he's fouled on the second effort. Johnson and Jelani White coming over. And a timeout is called. One of the best in this league, Malik Johnson. He does everything well. That includes taking advantage of a wide-open three-pointer. The senior, that's good. And Canisius is back within 2.
Wonderful catch there by Crawford. And Malik Johnson didn't like that foul call, but Crawford just puts, as he knocks down the first free throw, front end of the 1-on-1, just constant pressure on defenses. Because, again, he's just multifaceted on the offensive end. You know, he can beat you from distance, mid-range, and his post-up game, and he can go off the bounce. I mean, he's just a great offensive player as he knocks down both free throws.
It's a true triple threat, and it's a 54-50 lead for Iona. Henderson, and a foul on Crawford. And now Iona has to be careful here. You've got AG with 4, and then if that's on Crawford, that's his 4th. And the foul not on Crawford will go on Ross, so that's a sigh of relief for the Gales as Crawford stays with 3, but now Ross has 3 as well. White inside, he'll draw a foul.
That's a nice call by Reggie Witherspoon. That out-of-bounds play, that lob to White, who went up and got it, and fumbled it a bit, but had the presence of mind to regain his composure there, and he took the foul. Here it is, and you see the contact there as White knocks it down, misses the first foul shot for Canisius.
Active around the basket. They'll try and hit the second here. Back rim. Johnson right there to track it down. Brown. And a foul as he was stripped inside.
Canisius has to start to take advantage of the free throw line. They have struggled at the line tonight. They need to start making some. Just 7:24 remaining. Obviously, they're right there. Plenty of time left. They're just down 4, but they have to start knocking down some free throws.
If Canisius was hitting their free throws in this one, as they miss another, they would be in charge of this basketball game. They are now 5 for 14 from the free throw line. Iona, conversely, 13 of 14.
Yeah, that has been just a monumental struggle for Canisius.
Loose ball picked up by Johnson. Nikolic couldn't hang on. Under 7 to play. second half. Offensive foul called. That'll go on Malik Johnson.
Yeah, they got Malik Johnson with his offhand there. He put it on the deck, but he used his offhand to try to create some space. Here it is again on the replay. You see Johnson do a good job of sizing his opponent up. Then just that offhand a little bit with Perez. Yeah, he didn't like the call. I thought that was the proper one.
And just enough for the officials to notice it. Just trying to gain a little bit of separation. And Johnson, he will head to the bench. Again, we can't imagine it'll be for long, although he does have 4 fouls, so that'll be the one wild card in how Coach Witherspoon uses his senior leader.
Depend on the next 2 minutes. I'm sure he'll be back in the game. Another minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Crawford spinning and winning right to the bucket. Discards the defender, and the finger rolls there.
That's just a great, great play off the bounce there by Crawford. Spin, dribble. He just is superb going to the goal.
Brown on the hook, draws the foul. So Canisius doing the job in racking up fouls against Iona. But as we've talked about, only 36% from the free throw line.
Yeah, you just can't shoot 36% in a close game like this. They just have not gotten it done from the charity stripe. Brown shooting 2 big ones now for Canisius.
And Corey Brown, we know his history tonight, 0 for 5 from the free throw line. Cannot get one to go down now, 0 for 6.
Close game like this, you just can't get those back. Just really struggle. Brown, and then finally he gets one to go.
And now 1 for 7 from the free throw line. Typically not that poor of a free throw shooter. Shoots in the mid-60s during the regular year. 5-point game, 56-51. Crawford, offensive foul.
He lowered his shoulder there off the bounce there. Whenever you lower your shoulder and your opponent has good defensive position, it's going to be a charge. Here it is again. Crawford sizing up Henderson. That's the right call.
And that is the 4th foul now on Crawford. So 4 on Crawford, 4 on AG. With 6:04 to play in the second half, Iona, they're in front, but 2 of their key guys running into foul trouble. The free throw line, but not the 30s, and that's been an unexpected pain point tonight for the 10 seed.
No, it really has.
Henderson, quiet in this one after 2 strong efforts against Canisius during the regular season. White, a power move inside, every part of the rim, and then out.
White's mad at himself there. It was a good drop step there. Had the jump hook from point-blank range over Perez. Could not get it to go down.
Washington now. That pull-up is off the mark.
Good look there from Washington. That's his game. Just shot a little too hard off the back iron.
White for 3. Barely draws front rim. Hareed able to gather that. Henderson. They've really worked through Brown as of late down low. Shot clock to 5, a fadeaway for Hareed, a difficult shot. It's a long 2, and they'll take it.
That is a big-time shot under duress there by Hareed.
3-point game, 4:43 to play, second half. Iona without Crawford, without AG on the court. Washington, that was deflected on the way up. Hareed got a piece of it. And now, the Golden Griffins move ahead. Hareed for the tie. Back rim and away.
Boy, from our angle, that looked good when it left his hands. Again, it was right on line. Just hard off the back iron.
Look lined up, just could not hit. And the Gales now trying to buy time without their 2 stars on the court. Washington, count it and one, takes the contact and banks it in. Armand Harid in disbelief.
Reed looked like he was in pretty good position there, but Washington, with his great quickness, took advantage. Here it is again on the replay. Great crossover there. Boy, that was close. That was close. That could have went either way, but Washington's going to the line for a possible conventional three-point play, but what a quick crossover there by Washington.
And for Armand Harid, now 4 fouls. So he has 4. Majesty Brandon has 4. And Malik Johnson has 4 as the three-point play is converted. Washington, meanwhile, now 20 points. Second on the Gales tonight. Brown to the hoop. The hook, no good, but the foul, and more free throws are on the way. But we've reached the under 4 timeout, and one way or another, Canisius is going to have to hit some free throws to keep pace in this one. Brown's chance is next. Well, we've seen Majesty Brandon's routine. If this one goes down, Brown will have to retie his shoe before every shot going forward. And back rim and away. That's out the window. Free throws aside, Corey Brown, fantastic aggressive game around the basket. 15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. He's been contesting things, working hard under the glass, and now able to go 1 of 2 here from the line.
Oh, he's been terrific all game long, really on both ends, playing very aggressively, just has not made enough free throws.
Crawford's back, as is AG. So these two working with 4 fouls each. AG fading. Can't get the friendly roll. That one circling the hoop and away.
Yeah, it's a good look there on that fadeaway by AG. Tough luck, around and out.
Brandon to the hoop. His floater's no good. And it's controlled by Washington. Majesty Brandon, he's shown the ability to be instant offense off the bench. 7 points in this one, but just 3 of 12 from the floor.
Yeah, he has struggled. The length, I think, of Iona has bothered him at times. He had a good look on that last attempt, just couldn't get it to go.
Crawford now. AG thinking about that NBA range triple. Offensive foul, and that will end Tawan AG's night. He has fouled out with 10 points and 7 rebounds in 26 minutes of action.
We've got a double technical. I think it's going to be a double technical. AG didn't like it when the basketball was taken out of his hand, and they kind of bantered back and forth. Pretty sure that that's what's going to be the call. It's a double technical.
Second look here. See the left elbow come up a bit, and that's what the charge was called for.
Right.
As Brown took the charge. And then afterwards he looks to knock the ball away from Jordan Henderson.
He pointed at both players.
Clarification there from the official, Jordan Henderson. Tawan AG offsetting technical fouls, as you suggested. So we move on following the offensive foul on AG. He was already leaving the game, so he gets another one tacked on.
Right. Still plenty of time, 2:50 remaining. You know, it's just a 2-possession game, but now every possession becomes very, very critical now. You don't want to turn the basketball over. You need to value the basketball and get a good look at the basket with 2:44 remaining.
Exactly right. A lot of time left. Canisius just in need of some offense here. They've drawn quite a few fouls. They've struggled from the line. Could use some regular buckets. Brandon, a travel.
Yeah, he took that little extra step there. Reggie Witherspoon is Can't believe the call. He does not like it. But turnover Canisius. Here it is again on the replay. Let's take a second look at it here with Majesty Brandon. Boy, I think he has a legitimate beef there. I do not think that was a travel.
The managers don't either. In disbelief on the Canisius bench. Timeout is called here with 2:33 to play. And in a 5-point game, that's highly competitive. And then Ryder as well. They will get underway on Thursday. All heads to the final on ESPNU this Saturday. Five-point lead for Iona. Tawan Agee has fouled out. E.J. Crawford carrying 4 fouls. Crawford looking to draw a foul. He does exactly that. Veteran move as he draws Henderson in with the fake.
Yeah, it's just a crafty move by Crawford. Got Henderson up in the air and took the contact. He's going line to shoot 2 for the Gales.
A little slow to get up. He was favoring that right knee. Free throws coming as Crawford checks in with Coach Arnold.
Iona's a really good free throw shooting team. They finished second in the MAAC. They shoot over 75% from the line, and they've been terrific tonight from the charity stripe. 93%
so far. And Crawford adds to that. We showed you Trey Arnold moments ago, interim head coach in place of Tim Klus, the longtime head coach for Iona. And Coach Klus has not been with the team this season, but still in touch with the team. Talking with the players, giving thoughts, reviewing video, so still very much a part of the staff, even though he's not able to be at the games and at practice.
Big possession here for Canisius with 2:10 remaining. They need one to go down.
61-54, nearing that 2-minute mark. After Crawford does his job at the free throw line. Johnson driving to the hoop, layup, can't get it to go. And Washington there with the rebound and then a foul.
Oh, Johnson had a great move, putting it on the deck. He's mad at himself there, usually puts that one away. And then Canisius commits the personal. Take a look at it again there. Johnson again, he puts that away 19 out of 20 times. Then you see the foul. Washington now shooting 2 for Iona.
And these are pivotal. Under 2 minutes left. They continue their excellent performance from the free throw line. Now 17 of 18.
Yeah, that has been the stat of the game, really. They have just knocked free throw after free throw down as Washington makes both of them for Iona.
E.J. Crawford, he has subbed out, being looked over by the trainer. He was favoring that right knee when he was fouled previously, made his free throws, but then subbed out. And they may not need him the rest of the way as they've now expanded to a 63-54 advantage. Canisius, no time like the present here. They've got to go to the bucket. And a blocking foul. And Johnson down in pain as he made his way towards the hoop.
Yeah, it was a nice take by Johnson. Again, he doesn't need much space. Really quick to the goal there. Johnson is trying to gather himself there.
Foul will go on Iona, so free throws are coming here. Johnson may have taken a shot in the groin there on his way to the hoop. And he will try and shake it off and now go to the line. Able to knock that down. Now you just wonder for Canisius, is there enough time left to try and get back in this one?
Yeah, they really need to incorporate some pressure, try to turn Iona over. They need possessions.
2 for 2 from the line. Crawford has returned for Iona. And a foul on Henderson. And that will be his 5th. So Jordan Henderson has fouled out.
I mean, you really don't have much of a choice. You just can't let the game clock wind down because you need possessions. But you just alluded to it earlier, Greg. They just are making every free throw. I mean, they've just been terrific tonight from the foul line. But unless you get a steal immediately with the initial trap, you really don't have a choice. You have to put. Well, they have just been pure from the line tonight. You just can't say enough about Iona. That's been the difference in the game.
And not terribly exciting, but highly effective.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ross, they finally missed their second free throw.
Only the second miss from the line tonight. Under 90 seconds to play. Down the lane, Fritz will step back, pumps on a triple, lost control, and then dribbles it out of bounds.
Yeah, Fritz had the 3-ball initially, but he chose to go with a shot fake and ended up turning the basketball over.
And that's just not a shot. He takes all that off, and you can see the discomfort. Did not want to shoot it.
He just didn't feel comfortable, but at that stage of the game, he's got to let that one go. Here it is again on the replay, and good shot fake, but then he just mishandles the back.
Now full court pressure from the Griffins. Iona does not need to put the ball up. They have time. And they're content to use a lot of this shot clock. And now Brandon will give the foul.
I'm surprised they waited so long. I really am. I mean, they didn't get the initial trap. So you got to foul. You need possessions. I mean, they let almost 10 seconds go.
Yeah, at that point, just play defense. Now you're down to 13 seconds left.
Right, play it out at that point. But they waited way too long to foul. 8-point game now with 1-0.
That's the team they could use right now.
Yeah.
Down 64-56. This year, they haven't been as successful from beyond the arc.
No, they haven't been. And was a big part of their game, without question, for an extended period of time. But, boy, when they look back at this game, though, they're going to look at the free throw line and really be disappointed.
And Iona will look back and say, well, good thing we practice our free throws, because that was the thing that won us this basketball game if this is how things hold up. White will let fly. Three-pointer not there. Johnson tracking it down. Spinning to the basket, and he will draw 2 free throws with 43.3 seconds remaining.
There's no quit. Malik Johnson, that was a really good take to the goal. He took the contact, was going line to shoot 2 for Canisius.
43.3 seconds left. Canisius just 1 timeout left. Iona with 2. And that foul went on Van Eyck. That's his 5th. So Dylan Van Eyck fouling out. Iona with a chance to take a moment to
beat anybody in the conference. And it'll be interesting to see what transpires as Johnson knocks down the first free throw for Canisius.
And if they hang on here, the Gales will have beaten Canisius 3 times in the same season. They'll advance to take on St. Peter's, a team they've lost to twice this year. So looking to be on the other side of things and avoid 3 straight losses in the same year. Close affairs both times those teams met in the regular season. A 1-point game back in January as a foul is given by White on Perez. And then they just met at the end of the regular season. All the way at the end on March 6th, it was a 68-65 win in Jersey City for St. Peter's.
Right. It'll be, that will, if it looks like that's what it's going to be with just 36 seconds remaining. But that'll be a great game. The freshmen on St. Peter's, boy, they were special all season long.
You talk about teams with a lot of new talent. Canisius is one of them. St. Peter's, another team that brought in a lot of people. And you look at that lineup, they have so many talented young players on that team.
Oh, they do. I love Nadefo, too. He's a great player, athletic kid, great shot blocker.
The human pogo stick.
He really is.
Just jumps out of the gym. Johnson for three. Nothing there. And it will be Iona basketball. Shot clock is off with 25 seconds left. Timeout called by Canisius. They have not hit a field goal over the last 4:28. Iona hasn't had a field goal over the last 3:36, but it hasn't mattered much because they have the lead and they keep hitting free throws.
Yeah, they're going to be a tough out.
25 seconds left, a foul. And Crawford is bumped and more free throws coming. And we're not done here in Atlantic City. More action day one of the MAAC tournament to follow. The team you follow closely, the Marist Red Foxes, are up next to take on Niagara in the 6 versus 11 matchup.
Yeah, the Foxes defeated Niagara twice this season. So that's the old adage we've talked.
From Serbia has come on. Crawford continues to put on a clinic at the free throw line.
He just has a great stroke. He's got a repeatable stroke, follows through underneath the basketball. Perfect backspin. That's the textbook how to shoot a free throw.
And 10 of his 25 come at the free throw line. The floater for Malik Johnson in his final game with the Golden Griffins drops in. And Iona now can take the rest of the time off of the clock. So the defending champions, they've won this thing the last 4 years in a row. It's a new look squad, but the same intentions. They are through after the first round. Iona defeating Canisius 70-60. The Gales improved to 12-16. Canisius, their year ends at 12-20. Iona will take on St. Peter's tomorrow night on the final game of day 2 here at the MAAC tournament. And a frustrating end of the year for Canisius. They've got some bright talent returning.
Okay.